Just needing to ground myself in breath and song and connection to my body and connection to the earth. I'm inviting you to do the same. And breathing in towards the one, breathing in to the core of our being, breathing out towards the one, the ever-expanding circle of breath. This constant flow in and out, reminding us of our place in the universe, connected with all that is. Breathing into all of the concentration of unity synthesized, assimilated at the core of our being, the dot. Breathing out this eternal, expansive circle of breath, united with all breath. And every in-breath an opportunity to return home. Every out-breath an opportunity to return home. And on Friday I shared an experience that I had early that morning of meeting a deer. And the deer looked at me and I looked at the deer. And we shared breath. For about 20 minutes breathing together. And as I was sharing breath with the deer, it reminded me to consider sharing the breath with all of the other creatures and beings in the valley here. I was aware of birds singing, breathing with the birds. I was aware of other humans going about their day, breathing with them. I was aware of all of the plants and the trees, breathing with them. And I remembered all of the animals and birds that I couldn't see or hear, but I knew they were there. Breathing with them. All of the mini beasts, the bugs, the bees, the creatures wriggling in the earth, breathing together with all of them towards the one. And I found that connection so heart-opening that I wept. This perfection of love, harmony, beauty all around me. As we say the invocation together, I really invite you to connect in that way with all the living beings and all of the elements in the earth around us. Whether you can see or hear them or not, just knowing that they're there. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Could we do yours first?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to play, or are you going to play?
Can you play? So let's begin with a chant and a dance inspired by the Buddhist tradition. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
So the traditional translation of this is, hail all praise to the jewel in the lotus. And really we're talking about the human heart, the center of our being, where our polar human existence in this earthly dimension meets the spirit, our soul, which comes and inhabits the dimension of unity, and where the two come together in our heart, we have the potential to feel love and connection with each other, with all beings, physical matter, manifested matter, whether it's rocks, trees, plants, insects, just all those beings that Jilani was talking about. So inviting you to bring your attention to the heart, and this dance has quite an earthy, steady quality in the legs when we step, with rhythm and the music as well. And I find that some rhythm in life and grounding helps me to be more connected to my heart and to not react with my mind and my emotions in unhelpful ways. That steadiness, that rhythm, that groundedness. So we support our spiritual life through some of our connection to the earth and this dimension. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani little bit of space to stand and move. And I invite you to do that. And there's a real rhythm in the feet here, stepping on the earth, being supported by the earth. And we're also having our attention in the heart, just turning our heart to the right for one part and then to the left. Anyway, I'll just show you. So we'll imagine that we're holding hands and we're stepping to the right. Om Mani Padme. To the left. Om Mani Padme. To the right. Om Mani Padme. Then turning. Om Mani Padme. To the right. Om Mani Padme. To the left. Om Mani Padme. Om Mani Padme. Turning. Keeping the attention in the heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Quite a practice in concentration, this one. Stay with that rhythm. voices. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. High voices. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. Together. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani. Just the drum, the voices. Mani Padme Hum. All voices. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. Say with this. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme. Guitar. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Svaha, all praise and blessings to the human heart, seat of loving compassion. All the qualities of love, which are infinite.
So as our theme today, we were taking the next pair of wazifas, wazaif, the next beautiful names, Ya Qadir and Ya Muqtadir. Ya Muqtadir. Ya Qadir, Ya Muqtadir. And these are names of strength and power. Very interesting to work with what is and what comes up. You know, this morning I was feeling far from strong and powerful. So working up to that place where I can call on those qualities. Sometimes it's okay just to jump straight in with calling on it, but sometimes it feels like I need to prepare the ground, prepare my heart first, with tenderness and gentleness and with earthy grounding. And sometimes a bit of physical movement to wake things up, to enable these things to take root.
You were just mentioning preparing your heart, and I was remembering again that sometimes it helps me to think about these different qualities that are, given by the names, to just add the word loving before the quality. Loving power, loving strength. That helps me to perhaps frame it in a way that I find maybe easier to tune into. And I kind of came there because I think it's somewhere in the Physicians of the Heart. It says that every quality actually is contained within Rahman, the very first name in the list.
Asma'ul Husna.
Asma'ul Husna. That, and of course Rahman is radiant love, infinite love. So that helps me to think, loving strength, loving power, loving rhythm, loving opening, loving closing, loving seeing, loving hearing, it just think, yes, that's what I'm aspiring to.
So I'm going to call on more life now, or call on all of life, and also truth. Ya Hai, life.
Ya Hai.
Ya Haq.
Ya Haq.
Truth. Yeah. Embodied truth. Sorry, going off piste.
No, quite.
So, I'm so very conscious all the time at the moment of the necessity for remembering to include ourselves in life on earth, to really be constantly aware that we are part of this life form, which is the planet Earth, we could call Gaia. And again, all of these qualities that we're working with are part of that. So this connection with life. Life that continues, that goes on, throughout all of the little births and deaths, all of the little comings and goings. The one life, the one breath. So, Ya Hai, Ya Haq.
Ya Hai, Ya Haq.
Do you want to play the guitar? Do you want me to play the guitar for this one?
Whatever you wish. I won't be as good at playing it as you are, but I'm happy to do it.
Well, let me just find a good key to do it in. How does that work?
I think I'll play it and you can do the movements, can't you?
Ya Hai. Is that good for you?
Ya Haq.
That's a good pitch for you, isn't it? And I think I can manage it. We'll see how we get on. So one of Moshe Sam's original dances. So this very simple melody, just 2 notes.
Yeah.
Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Very good. So that's it for the tune. Yeah, just calling on the life which is there. It's quite present and apparent in nature at the moment, but sometimes I lose my connection with it and I need to invite it in more. I need to remember that I can call on this flow of life, this flow of energy, which is there all the time. Whether I remember it or not, it's there. You want to stand up? To invite in the life. It's like a chalice. This is one of the signs of the goddess, the chalice containing life, inviting it in. We can really open to it, and helps us to remember to invite it in, feeling it flowing in. Yeah, hi. And if you really reach up and stretch your arms and even lean back a little bit, it has an amazing empowering effect on all of the physiology, and it actually can change your state and the way you feel. Ya hi, ya huck. And then we're bringing this life down through the body. So this is for each one of us in this moment, in this lifetime, in this body. How is this life coming through us? Inviting it in, bringing it to earth, grounding it in this truth of being. And we're going to be... You're going to say something?
No.
I'm just breathing in. We're going to be walking 4 steps, starting with the right foot. Keep that pace going all the way. We'll begin by walking to the right. And then we'll be turning to the right. And then we're facing the screen and we're connecting with each other towards this with our palms like that and bringing that down. It's this group chalice, the circle as a group container for more life. We know that when we do these things together, we amplify the power of it all. So really connecting together, feeling this alchemy happening right here, right now, and then reaching out to hold hands with each other. So calling on that body memory of holding hands and earthy connection, physicality, calling on that as well. I'll call it out as we do it. So first of all, walking to the right. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi. Right. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi, ya huck. Hands to the screen. Ya hi, ya huck. Ya hi. Ya huck. Ya huck. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Turning. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Palms to each other. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Taking hands, we're in this together. Ya hi, ya huk. Connected. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Double time, twice as fast. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Turning. Ya hi, ya huk. 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 Ya hi, taking hands. Ya hi, ya huk. 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 Turning. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, palms to the screen. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, taking hands. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, double time again. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Ya hi, ya huk. Turning. Ya hi, ya huk. 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 Ya hi, palms. Ya hi, ya huk. 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 Ya hi. And together, bringing this down to earth. Ya huk. And take a few moments just noticing the breath, feeling this feeling of being alive. What is it like to be alive? The blood pulsing around the body, the breath in the chest, in the heart area. All of the senses of this physical body, the touch, the sound, the sight, the taste, the smell. This experience of being in a body right now. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. So we'll share a little bit about today's pair of names. And then we've got a couple more dances and we'll do some little bits of reading here and there. So here's the first one, Ya Qadir. And this is what it says in the Physicians of the Heart. Al-Qadir is the expression of all the purpose and all the strength and will in the universe as one power. So all of the strength and will and purpose as one power. Nothing is unconnected from this divine power. Through awakening to it, the traveller on the spiritual path realizes that there is a path and a specific destination. Al-Qadir gives a definite meaning and a real purpose to everything in life, because nothing is outside of that purpose and power and will. Al-Qadir also means unlimited capacity, and that every person has that capacity. Such a realization gives you a sense of value, power, and spaciousness, as well as a confidence that all things are possible. You are inherently able to receive and contain anything that may come, and to regard it as a divine gift. Now these are big challenges. These are tall orders and big asks. Okay, so I always think it's really important to remind ourselves to be compassionate with ourselves about this. This may be the ultimate truth, but sometimes our small self finds it hard to connect with that ultimate truth. So what we're doing here is opening a door to look at this ultimate truth, and then really the purpose of our life is to come to terms with that in terms of our small self, and that's, if you like, that is our purpose, and our destination is to work towards this ultimate truth. But so much of our lives so far has led us to believe that is not the truth. So let's be compassionate and kind with ourselves when we can't always quite believe it or see it or feel it. So just a little bit more about Al-Qadir. Al-Qadir expresses omnipotence, power, endurance, and proportionality. It is the power to both manifest and to contain manifestation. Invocation of Al-Qadir is an antidote to feeling worthless and powerless, and offers relief to those who believe that they are living wasted lives. An antidote to feeling worthless and powerless. And again, I think most of us have times when we feel like that. Maybe it's just me.
No,
I don't know.
I can tell you it's not.
I think, oh gosh, here am I sharing these things. Maybe I'm just showing you my soul and you're different from that. But
I thought it was just me.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's part of it. Maybe we all think it's just us. So, here we are. This is the reality of our small, limited self, believing ourselves to be worthless and powerless. And this is some of the remedy, some of the medicine, is a glimpse of what might be our true nature, what might be our true potential. And, I think this offering relief to those who believe that they're living wasted lives. Again, it's been part of my journey to question myself, question my life, and think, what am I doing here? Is what I'm doing any good to anybody? Is it all a waste of time? Again, maybe some of you have shared that experience as well. And so again, to feel that connection that any power or any purpose, any strength, any will that exists in the entire universe, including in each one of us, is a part of that divine strength and will and purpose. And there's a letting go perhaps into that, a trust that this greater purpose is what's working through us to the best of our abilities as we open to it. The more we open to it, the less we get in the way, the more it can shine through us. one of the helpful things can be to notice the parts of ourselves that step up when we say, when I say Al-Qadr means unlimited capacity and that every person has that capacity. If we say that to ourselves and then watch and listen, who comes in the internal world, who steps up and goes, oh, not me, or not you, or, not, who's objecting to that? And how can we receive them with compassion and listen to those voices, find out what they have to share with us, but also let them know that there may be a greater reality than the one that they've experienced so far. So Al-Qadr, the expression of all the purpose, strength and will in the universe, has one power. Nothing is unconnected from this divine power. Nothing. No, that means not one of us, no part of creation is separate from this divine power. And as we awaken to it, we realize that there is a path and a destination which may be to more fully manifest this power, strength, will, purpose of the universe. Omnipotence, power, endurance, and proportionality. So every time that you have kept going when things were hard, every time that you have endured, that was Al-Qadr. That was you being Al-Qadr. Every time things were tough and you stuck with it, you felt that ability, even if you didn't always trust it, but that ability to endure, to keep going just a little bit longer. That's Al-Qadr working with you, working in you. And Al-Qadr is what brings us this inherent ability to receive and contain anything that comes. There's a kind of New Agey statement which says that we're not given more than we can handle to deal with. I think the really important thing to remember is that we're not handling it on our own, no matter how hard things are. If we can reach out to Al-Qadr, finding it in ourselves, and when it's too hard to contact it in ourselves, reaching out to it as an external power that we can call on. But we're not alone, no matter how hard things are. This divine power and strength is working through us. Endurance.
I guess we can reach out to it in other people, in our community, in our friends and family.
Or sometimes we might see it in somebody else that we admire, that's modelling it, a strength and an endurance, a keeping going. And again, if we can remember that this experience of separation that we have is not the whole truth, and that really we're all connected, we're all part, we're all one. So this gift of strength and endurance that we see in somebody else that we can admire and look up to, we can also perhaps open a door to understanding that it's in us just as much as it's in them. We can do this.
I want to say we need to remember to be kind to ourselves, because sometimes we can be pushing ourselves in a hard, unkind way, and not in a that's the only
Yeah.
caveat I would say about tuning into power and pushing through. Sometimes we push it through and push ourselves at the expense of our health.
So I think you're absolutely right, and it's so important to have that compassion. As I think I started by reminding us to be compassionate with ourselves about it, and I think that again there's a slight misconception about what this is about, and as you say, it's not about driving and pushing through. It's more about opening into a strength which is there, which we can call on.
That will then flow.
That's right. So, and I think it's about the times when we doubt ourselves and when we feel less than, we feel unworthy, we feel powerless. Remembering that that's not the whole truth. That there is this enormous power in the universe which is available to us just as it's available to anybody else. It's so easy for the small self to twist that, isn't it, into a whip, to crack, to I think maybe the next one helps us.
I know that well, that's why I'm talking about it.
Yeah, me too. I just had a memory of a soul work practice that I did where I was exploring this self who has a big whip and often beats me up. And in this soul work, this self became the ringmaster of a circus. So cracking the whip was like an expression of power and strength, and also giving commands, but not about I don't know. I don't know whether this is any help to anybody else, but it was really helpful to me. It gave me a sense of being able to stand up with confidence and shine and be a performer in my life. And all of these other parts of the circus, the clowns and the animals or whatever else was going on in the circus, there was a sense that I could be a director in that in a powerful way, but I wasn't cracking the whip to hurt people or to drive them. It was more just a sense of part of the show, part of the act. So that was helpful to me anyway. Anything else you want to say about that at this point? So I think I'll just go on and read about the second of these pairs, because it's recommended to work with them together. So there's the Qadir, which is the expression of all of this power and strength and will. And then the Muqtadir is, whenever we have this mu at the beginning of something, it's about bringing it through. So bringing it into form. So Al-Muqtadir is the one who places you on a particular path to God and enables you to firmly put your feet on that path and keep going on that path, step by step. It brings the ability to actualize the divine purpose in your life. The power that is guiding you has put you in this very specific situation here and now. There are no mistakes. Nothing is ever wasted or lost. Each soul is unique, with a unique purpose in life. That's the meaning of Al-Muqtadir. So, the temptation to look at other people and see, oh, well, they're doing this and they're doing that, and maybe I should be doing something different. So Al-Muqtadir is, again, a letting go, a relaxing into the trust that whatever is coming through each one of us right now is our unique purpose, and that there is this power and strength which is coming through so that we can bring our own purpose into being in our own unique way, which will not look like anybody else's. So to realize the meaning of Al-Muqtadir, each person needs to recognize Al-Qadir recognize this power and strength and will and purpose, and then lovingly engage our will to fulfill it. The lover thus makes use of whatever power the beloved has granted, and uses that power in the wise and beautifully proportioned way present in its very nature. So to accomplish this, it's recommended to repeat Ya Qadir, Ya Muqtadir. And this is nice. One of the root meanings of Qadira is beautifully proportioned to get the right fit, as in cutting leather. So it's just this power and purpose and will beautifully proportioned and cut to fit each one of us in a unique way. Not looking like anybody else's situation, not looking like anybody else's purpose, just in the right way for you, for each one of us. So there's the loving engagement with that, and the reminder to stay with the compassion and the loving purpose. Anything you'd like to add to that?
No. Stay with the loving and compassionate purpose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the connection with the Al-Qadr, the power and the purpose and the will, which is all the one divine purpose and strength and will, in a way that's also a compassionate reminder that it's not about the small self. You know, we're not being asked to do this on our own. And then again, the Muqtadir, even more lovingly engaging with this will to bring it through, to actualize. So let's do some repetitions of Ya Qadir, Ya Muqtadir. 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 So let's breathe in Qadir, drawing in this divine power, strength, purpose, will. And breathing out Muqtadir, breathing this into our own unique individual lives. And releasing the words, letting them fall away, and just keeping with the rhythm of the breath, this connection, breathing in divine power, divine will, divine strength and purpose. Breathing it out in our unique way into our own lives. Each in-breath nourishing the out-breath of our expression of this purpose. Amen.
Amen.
So there's a dance that works with these words, and which we'll lead in a moment. But you had something because there's another wazifa in the same dance, which you wanted to say a bit about.
Just a little bit about, Ya Mateen is often paired with, added to this pair, which is really about consistency, rhythm, which helps support this power, this purpose.
And our ability to bring it through. As I was sort of alluding to at the beginning when I led the Om Mani Padme Hum. So there's some nice things written about consistency and rhythm here. Mastery is another word for al-mateen. Without the consistency, firmness and rhythm manifested by this divine quality, people lose strength and heart. Doubt creeps in, and you are very likely to fail. You become susceptible to mood swings and changes of heart.
there doesn't seem to be a lot of consistency in most of our lives. Many of us feel weak or helpless in the face of events such as war, stock market it says here, but I'm thinking about climate change and political changes. And since most of us have no control over political events or over ourselves, it feels like everything is a wash. Should have added pandemic as well to that list. It is more a kind of despair than it is fear. And when this is happening, there is no quality of al-mateen or anything truly stabilizing in most of our lives. Something definite is needed. Any regular spiritual practice. It could be as simple as a daily yoga practice or silent sunrise meditation. Invoking Yamateen begins to cure the affliction of lacking stability in life. It helps us to attune to the essence which sustains incarnate being, since our focus often drifts in the midst of internal and external forces. It's that sense of being rooted in rhythm can help us to be more attuned to our eternal being. And I quite like that sense of rhythm and that sense of putting one foot in front of another. And the name that was given to me, Salik, means a wayfarer, a traveller. And when I'm struggling with life, I just think I just have to put one foot in front of another.
Muqtadir,
Muqtadir,
Ya Qadir,
Ya Qadir,
Ya Mateen,
Ya Mateen,
Hu Allah.
Hu Allah,
Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Mateen,
Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Mateen,
Hu Allah.
Hu Allah. Do you want to lead it?
No.
Oh, okay. Muqtadir, Ya Qadir, Ya Mateen, Hu Allah. 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 Listen. Allah, Allah. the time. There's this just lovely constant rhythm in this dance. And so we're kind of walking to the right. Imagine we're walking to the right, and then on matin we bring our left foot, it touches to join our right, and then we bow on matin. I think. No. Muqtadir ya Qadir ya matin. Hu Allah. To do that 4 times, and then it's this wonderful stepping in and stepping out with our heart turning from one side to the next, and it feels like, having got into this rhythm, then there's the support for this joy to emerge as we step forwards and backwards. That's my experience anyway.
There's a freedom, isn't there? A looseness. It's like it's flowing. This unity is flowing through.
Yes.
We don't have to be doing it all, we get a bit serious. And
Yeah.
I just had a memory of what my viola teacher used to call scowling music, when you had to scowl and sort of try really hard when you were practicing really hard. It feels like we do scowling living sometimes, So this is a real opportunity to relax into the flow.
Yeah.
Muqtadir ya Qadir ya matin. Hu Allah. Muqtadir ya Qadir ya matin. Hu Allah. Muqtadir ya Qadir ya matin. Hu Allah. Muqtadir ya Qadir ya matin. Allah. Allah. Allah, 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 Allah.
the voices. Allah, Allah, Allahu Allah, 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 Allahu Allah, 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 Allah. It's very hard to stop.
Don't stop.
Allah, Allah, Allahu Allah, 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 Allahu Allah, 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 Allahu Allah. Feeling that rhythm, just continuing on the breath, on and on, supporting us. Ameen.
This is the journey, isn't it? This is the path through life. I think there can be a tendency, I see it in myself, and I see it sometimes in those around me too, of I just need to get this done and then I can get on to the important stuff.
Oh yes.
I just need to finish this. I just need to get all that out of the way. What if this is it? What if this is it?
Allah, Allah, Allahu Allah.
Just in whatever we have in our lives, whatever is before us as the next task, bringing through this power and purpose and will, just with what we have right here, right now. Whatever is your unique setting, your unique situation, your unique personality, your unique circumstances. Allah, Allah, Allahu Allah, 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 Allahu Allah. Step by step by step by step.
It's a great thing about music. It can give me that rhythm and energy to continue with something in a way that other things don't. Of course, that's people have been using that for hundreds of years when they're working, singing. This dance particularly just really like powers me up for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's got it all in there, hasn't it? It's that connection with the divine source of all power, all strength, all will, all purpose, and recognizing that is in each one of us, and it's the same divine will, strength, purpose. But then there's also how it's brought through for each one of us in our unique way, and then the strength and the rhythm to just keep doing it. Powerful medicine. Ameen, ameen.
Ameen.
I'm going to do that thing and it's going to make that noise.